Guys, and the next person I'm having on the Verge podcast is someone who has been in the industry longer than mimi miaka yangu yote ya kuishi ya kuzaliwa and everything. And I know we're going to be having very important insight from him. I hope you're going to be learning a lot in this short interview that we're going to be having. Karibu sana. Karibu sana. Please tell the viewers, the people who don't know who Big Jack is, give us a brief introduction for us to get to know you vizuri vizuri.
All right, wonderful. So my name is Ambassador Thomas Kwaka Omolo, better known as Big Ted. I'm a veteran of the industry, been around for about 28 years. I was a musician, I was a DJ, I was a promoter, and now I do strategy. I write strategy for different people, government, and anybody else who would like to go into a different space.
Oh, that is amazing. Umesikia hizo vitu zote. So for anyone who has asked a question of who this guy is, now you've gotten to know industry, karibu yote, you've worked everywhere. So tell us, today we are at the iconic space. Why was it important for you to come to be in this space today? And why was it important for you to be here?
Well, I think number one is that, just like the name says, it's an iconic space. So definitely, I believe that there can be a lot of things coming out of this place. So I'd like being involved and associated with things that in the future have great potential. So I think this is great, and I'd like to be part of history.
Is that intentional, and do you intend to be in the space for as long as we can say to the future?
Well, I'm trying to learn. I'm actually now trying to get into TikTok.
Oh.
I'll do some videos, maybe twerk. Okay, no, I'm just like, I won't twerk. But the idea is, as long as you are in that space of influence, you must always try and catch up with the trends and use it for the positive. So that people can always look at this thing and say, you know what, it's positively affecting other people.
Sure.
Yes.
And definitely, you work with young people each and every day. Every other space you go, you meet very many young people. What mistake and what challenge do you think, what mistakes are they making, is one, and what challenge do you think is making them make those kind of mistakes?
Well, I think the problem of mistakes is basically, I think, mentorship. But also, I think what is the biggest problem I've seen is discipline. Guys think that they can manipulate talent with discipline. It will not work. Talent will take you places, but discipline will keep you there.
And being in the industry, I'm sure you're a mentor to so many young people and even older people out here. What do you look at when you identify someone who you want to offer mentorship to? And are there people who have approached you and you are like, no, I cannot offer mentorship to this particular person?
Yeah. Number one, there's a very high place that you must jump before I agree to work with you. I must see that you're serious because I value my time and I value what I'm bringing to the table. So I won't just agree because you're there or because you think you're somebody. I actually take very, very great concern when I'm about to actually work with people. Yes.
Interesting. Now tell us, over the years in the industry, is there someone or someone you've interacted or you've met and you look at them right now and you feel like this thing is memorable to me because of maybe their mistake or something that has happened, something memorable which has happened in the industry over the years that you remember and you're like, naikumbuka na sikumbuki vizuri?
Well, I remember quite a number of almost everybody who's been in the industry for the last 20 years. I can remember how they started, where they went to. I know the mistakes people made. But also, trust me, there are lots of people who I look and say, you would have been the biggest thing if you didn't make that mistake.
And my last question, this is something I always find myself asking as a young person who is even joining the industry and is trying to figure it out. During the pod, you mentioned something to do with purpose. And I feel like right now, as a young generation, we are consuming a lot from social media. Do you think everything that you are picking from the social media presence is taking away from us? Or what do you think we can also do to make sure we stay grounded rather than just picking everything from social media?
Yeah. I think what I just said, what I just told you is that even beauty fades, number one. And number two, even stupid people grow old. So don't get stuck in something and don't think that what can I do in the future or how will the future look like. Always try and recreate your future now. So for example, I don't know what you want to be in the future. You have to imagine it now and go like, what must I do to be there? What must I sacrifice for me to get what I want?
True. And now let me teach you something. I don't know, back in the day when you are giving applause to someone, there's a way you used to do it, right? kuna time walikuwa nasema unapenda 1, 2, 3, that's you're giving up. Now, got to bring you to the Gen Z world. When someone says something great or someone does something that is amazing, you just do like, you clap.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, thank you so much for making time. This has been amazing. This has been amazing. Really gotten great insight from you, and I really hope my viewers have done the same. And I'm really amazed by the work which you're doing on social media. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Guys, we are hanging out here at the iconic space, and we have a familiar face, someone who I'm sure assigns to the fraternity. Wanamtambua vizuri. But for those people who are new to the vibe check, to get intro for us to get to know who you are and why and what you do in the industry.
All right. Karibu niongee huko. Alright, so jina langu ni Morris Mwande Okoth. Nafanya kwanza, mimi ni rafiki wa Science TV. Tumefanya kazi pamoja na Science TV. Tulifanya ile show ambayo inaitwa Talanta Mtaani Inclusive tukifanya na Science TV, lakini sasa Science TV itakuwa ikifanya Uhai Festival. So hiyo ndio uhusiano wangu na Science TV, lakini kazi yangu hasa ni nafanya katika music industry, maneno ya collective management organizations, yani ma CMO. Bado nafaa kuangalia ama niangalie huko. Niangalie huko. Yote tu iko sawa tu Okay, sawa. So tunafanya maneno ya CMO, yani tunafanya licensing. Tunatoa leseni kwa watu ambao wanapenda kutumia muziki na hizi vitu za creative efforts za wasanii. Sawa, lakini nimekuja hapa kwa sababu rafiki yangu alikuwa hapa, MC Paps, alikuwa akifanya na sisi katika Talanta Mtaani, ameanzisha hii podcast. And I know hata nyi Science TV, you also have a podcast huko pia mko nayo. I hope it's doing well. And good to see you guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's very important. You mentioned something of working with Science TV, Uhai Fest, Talanta Mtaani Inclusive, and now we have Uhai Fest and a show which is coming, which is inclusive. How does it feel for you working with persons with disabilities, making sure they're getting included, but making sure they're making headlines, making sure they're getting recognition in platforms which many people don't know they can get that recognition? How is it for you?
Yeah. So first, just on a general principle, even if regardless of persons with disability, just as a general principle, I think the creative industry, talent is something which a lot of, especially African countries, they may ignore sana. So when you see institutions that recognize talent, I think it's very important, because even though vile tunaweza alleviate things like poverty, unemployment, and so on and so forth, because it gives a chance for people to be employed. Hatuwezi kwa sisi presenters, mawakili, doctors na vitu kama hizo. So I think doing things within the creative space is a very important thing, and I think more important, under the principle of leave no one behind. Tusiwache marafiki zetu. Mara mingi sana watu hufikiria themselves. All right. So as you seek to progress in life, as you think of development, very rarely do people think about other people, right? But now when you think also of persons with disability, when you think of women or men, just having an inclusive approach to things, I think is very important. So when we have now a talent development and that focuses on persons with disability, I think it's extremely awesome. I think, by the way, we must have been the first ones who ever did something like that in Africa or even in the world. I can't remember seeing a talent show focusing on persons with disability. It was one of the first, just like what Science TV is doing. We are so proud of you guys at Science TV. I think you're also the first in Africa or in the world to have a TV station, with sign language. It's impressive the number of persons with disability that we've employed. I think that's very good, and things which God just rewards you. These are things which gives someone purpose in life. So I think overall it's very important, especially to appreciate persons with disability, and especially in the area of talent development.
Interesting. Wow, that's a very, very good insight. And definitely, you're interacting and working with young people each and every day. What mistake do you think they're making out there that is affecting their progress towards the top?
In terms of what mistakes they're making?
Yeah.
The first one, and by the way, they mentioned it here in the podcast. I don't know if you guys got part of it. The first one was when MC Paps asked, how do you handle social social media pressure, and I love the answer Big Ted gave. So one of the biggest mistakes for many people, not even just young guys, but especially young guys, is thinking too much about what the other people are. Basically, someone else's opinion. You think too much about what someone else is thinking about you, forgetting no one cares. No one actually cares about you, or if you're dressed well by the way, you look very good. But even if you're dressed badly, no one really cares. Or if they care for 2 seconds and they move on to life. But many young people think about other people's opinion, so it defines a lot of the decisions they make. So you want to look good and spend more money, and you don't have the money. You want to get into a career course that is not for you. But making decisions basically based on other people's views, I think that's one of the biggest mistakes that young people, or not just even young, but a lot of young people make. Another one, I think, is just a lack of focus. Many people try different things in life. It's just important to be very focused and always have a vision, especially in your life, for your life goals. Finally, we always forget to count our blessings. Extremely important. You might have challenges and so on and so forth, but whatever you always think, and whether that thing is very deep, just understanding what counting your blessings means. You got into an accident today. One of the blessings you should count on is, are you still alive? That's a blessing. And not to think, oh, I had an accident, I spent so much money, or the car is damaged. You get unwell. Count your blessing, you're unwell, but you're still alive. You can get treated, and many other issues. They're always a negative situation, but if you just count your blessings and look more positively, I think it's one of the greatest drivers of getting someone back up.
Kabisa. Because of time, I'd like you to tell us this upcoming event with Science TV as Ohio First and the Talent Search just coming soon. Give them the date and invite each and every person who might be watching this podcast and they would like to be part of it. Just make sure they are on the know. Well, fresh out because you are the person who they'll be meeting there as our boss.
Okay. Ya kwanza, I hope move to my video. If you're watching this and you're talented, especially if you're a person with disability or watching this channel, I hope you sent your video for the auditions. Na kama hujatuma, I hope Bwana Kizito, I hope Biggie and the rest, I hope mtafungua hizo auditions. Ndio wale wamechelewa kutupa ma video. Make sure you send your videos. The auditions are going to be awesome. We're going to be working with Science TV, as I said, So Talent Mtaani Show and Science TV will be working together. Our focus this time is on digital dissemination. So we're going to go hard on digital. At Talent Mtaani, we've already got people like Ajib Gadhoni from TikTok, I'm very famous there. We've got Iyani, Donjo Maber. Unajua Donjo Maber. Mshafanya hiyo translation kwa sign language ya Donjo Maber.
Donjo Maber bado. Tutasumbua kidogo but we are to do it.
Translation. Ian is one of our judges. Agi the dance queen is one of our judges. As I said, Ajib Gadhoni is one of our hosts. So there's a lot of focus on digital exploitation, and we'll be doing it together with Science TV. So it's a good opportunity to be able to even monetize your talent in the digital space. So kama hujatuma video haraka
mbio
for Science TV, na if you're also in the other category, yani kama unataka kufanya tu na Talent Mtaani pia, tuma video. Advertisement utaona katika Science TV na katika Talent Mtaani show page. Tuma video, come for the auditions. The auditions are on 13th and 14th September. We shall be there. I hope you're also going to be one of the hosts.
Sisi tutafika.
Simuona vile tumematch tu. Sisi hii ni natural bana. Ongeza mshahara by the way Kizito. Ongeza mshahara. Zaweze kunini. Anunue nyingine kama hii asirudie hii. Hakuna moja ni wana hope. Kuna nyingine ama ni moja tu? Tutatafuta sawa. Kama hujatuma video, tafadhali kumbuka tuma video to Science TV. Check the social media pages. You'll see where you should send the videos. Kama hujatuma video kwa Talent Mtaani show, tuma video. Kuja na hizo audition 13th and 14th September. It's going to be awesome.
Kabisa.
Talent Mtaani show and Ohio Festival.
Matching. That is going to be amazing.
Itadonjo Maber.
Itadonjo, by the way. If you didn't know now, you know. That has been Maurice. And I'm so glad to have you for this interview. Thank you so much for the insight which you have given our viewers. I hope you guys are excited and see you on 13th.
Azima.
Kabisa. Thank you.
See you.
What's up, vibes? Welcome to the
Vibe check.
hanging out to this committee where you get to find Candy K, Simply K, you can call me KK.
Hey there, it's your girl Duko 254, the lover girl. Kama kawaida.
And of course, you have a man like Don the Don, Nairobi's middle class sponsor. Niko hapa ndani nimekuja kuwakilisha Deadly.
Middle class sponsor ambaye hana kakitu lakini not my words but his words. Nakwambia kama taka receipts I got them, but guys today we are at a very leo tuko kwa a very amazing event. Na sijui mbona every time when you start the show ndio nakuanga na mdomo ina
Ma-R na ma-L.
It's a very amazing event. The event is the Iconic Space. That's a new podcast which is launching, and we are hanging out with a very big content creator who is doing it on the social media space. Guys, give it up for
Samira.
Wow, how you feeling? Karibu.
Asante.
It's situation at a vibe check, and you joining us today. We're doing vibe sets, and the vibe tribe wanted to watch leo. So leo kwa Iconic Space, how do you feel being in this space, and what is the reason for you coming to this space today?
Nasikia poa, and then when you get an invite, of course, sio kila mtu aliitwa. So when you chose ni unakubali wito. You accept the calling and you make an appearance, do what you're supposed to do, and of course, I'll vibe with the guys for vibe check and everything.
Props to that. So, wito imetoka wapi? Why was it special? Mbona will you feel like
It's special because whoever he is, whether he's your boss, ama nani, tumegrow na yeye, we've seen each other grow. He's seen pretty much kila kitu kwa maisha yangu, so since tunajuana tuko na nitwaje si uko tuko na it's almost like my brother naitwa Peter, ananiambiaje there's something we're launching together with the group of special people, naweza taka ukam. Mimi nikasema zero pressure, mimi nitakam.
Thank you Monze for coming through. Alafu nikuulize tu just a quick one. Since you started doing content, ni nini ushefanya outstanding ukafeel ile content manze iko sawa?
Ulitoka hapo hiyo nimeua.
Imeweza.
Nilisalimiwa Tanzania. Mimi ni boy wa mtaani. So kujulikana hata mtaani peke yake. Mimi ni boy wa mtaani, alafu mimi niligrow kama ni muoga Deadly. Funny enough. Niligrow kama ni muoga Deadly. So hata hiyo kuweza kuongea mbele ya watu ilikuwa kesi. Unaona? But then I always mention my mom anywhere I go. Sababu yeye ndo aliwako meet proper. Sasa mimi kutravel TZ malap zingine za mambo za nature. Jamaa kaniambia ananijua, mimi nilistuka.
Ilikuwa surprise.
Hiyo tu. Hiyo kitu tunafanya, so you never know the power of whatever you're doing. So
True.
Nikusalimu huko ndo niliona yenyewe hiyo nani.
Actually, before that, were you ever thinking of yourself becoming a content creator?
Not at all.
What career did you have in mind?
Mimi sikuwa na kitu. Mimi sina kitu kwa let me tell you.
Yenye nakuja.
Me, I just want to be happy. Mimi sina ngata resolution. I just live. I just want to be happy. Nikijua this is saya kukula mukula, saya kulala mulala.
Kasonge.
Mimi naishi saya kufurahia na furahia sababu at the end of the day, good times hazitajileta. Mbaya nazo najua lazima.
Lazima.
So mimi I just live, but mimi nilijikuta kwa space ya content creation.
Interesting.
It's not something I ever thought of becoming.
Unajua watu wengi wanakujua na content creation. Ni kitu gani ile yenye
Content Creators FC, your group.
Mimi nimecheza mpaka ball. I used to play. Yes.
Wow.
I used to play football, lakini sasa I'm from a footballing family.
Nice.
Lakini sasa ndio ball imeanza kulipa poa. I hope whatever happened during Chan will carry on.
Nisikuni pia kuishi.
Nataka unajua kuna pesa kawaida na kuna pesa deadly.
True.
Pesa deadly inaweza jamu. Niseme acha ningepost kidogo. Hiyo ni hasira yako, unajua utafanya nayo. Kuna useless hasira, unaona. But at the end of the day, we still go back to bond of first love. Content tunafanya content goda tupe tusilale njaa.
True.
So let me ask you a question, and I don't know if you question umepata nayo huko nje. The shaking of the leg. Hiyo kitu ilitoka wapi? Because iko na lots.
High school. High school.
You used to do it then?
Nilikuwa sure. ya masetbook.
No.
Sasa oreta mimi nachekeleanga karibu kila kitu. Naweza kaa hivi chini, behavior yako pekee itanichekesha. I'm very observant. Unaona? Yes, sema kama napenda kusoma tu behavior za watu. Kuna msemo anaweza kuja amevaa kofia na nyuma. Naweza kuangalia nini inaenda kwa kichwa huyu jamaa. So msee akikaa alikuwa oreta. Alikuwa akikuja kutembea na ingia kitembea hivyo. Hakuna mtu mmoja anacheka. Lakini kwa angalau jamaa anatembea hivi wallahi maisha. Nasema wewe jamaa anadu nini? So fast forward nikimaliza shule, I used to dance, nilikuwa dancer wa gospel. I used to dance. Nikifanya kitu, rafiki zangu wanashangaa, baba hizi ni gani? So tena nikakuwa sasa tena dancer. Unaona? Labda nikakuwa nikidansingi nini, alafu sasa kingia kwa content. Sikuja nikasema sasa mimi na shoot. Sijifanya hivi ndo natembeanga. Unaona? Hiyo siku sikuongea kwa hiyo nini video. Nilitembea hivi. Hiyo video kalisonga hadi nikastuka. So ilitoka huko high school.
Interesting. Nilikuwa na hiyo swali ya unajua watu wengi wanakujua na content creation. Ni nini hiyo moja yenye mtu akisikia Samiro alidui like Samiro ako na talent anaweza shtuka apart from hiyo kushake leg football. Ni nini hiyo special?
Kuna watu hawaamini naweza dance. Mimi choreography.
So tukicreate space hapa sasa utatushtua pia.
Hiyo lazima unipe darling.
But socials, you have also seen some of those and definitely.
Of course socials zangu utaona tena Lingala.
Actually even
sasa ile watu waamini niko nafanya hadi ballet. Which is hata encourage wasi wengine not to despise whatever is happening kwa hii space yetu ya sahi. But hizi popular dance hasta kupeleka mbali kama contemporary. Contemporary ina include ballet na I think kuna dance inaitwa konte. Hiyo ndio wazungu wanapenda. Hizi zingine zitafanya ukuwe celeb, wademu wa kulike kwa Kenya. Hiyo ni Gedo.
I hope middle class sponsor amepata hiyo kwa sababu yeye anasemanga yeye ni sponsor lakini sponsor wetu bandia hana chochote.
But unajua ule mtu ana receive ndio anajua mbona anamuita sponsor.
Tunaona hiyo advice unampea.
Arrow points to the eater. Unaelewa kweli? Unaona kitu ya arrow points to the eater. The eater ndio anaelewa. Yeye ndio anajua.
So mimi na Kendi hatuwezi relate.
Shida ni unaona kwako anaweza kwa mwanaume mgamu kweli, lakini kuna mdemu kisema ati huyu jamaa ni mgamu na wewe ni full time joker.
Now you understand my advance zinaendanga
kweli nimeshikanisha sasa.
It's just not because we are kupay.
Hapo wana jam juu msiwapay.
Exactly.
Wao wanazao pia zao.
Pole basi.
Sorry. So now you tell us, kuna project mahali tunangoja kupatana nayo ama is there anything you're working on, something we should expect on socials?
Me, I'm constantly working on everything.
What is something
I'm gonna short film, I'm working, I have a team yenye tuna sponsor. Vitu mob tu mimi naweza hata mwa kuimba kesho.
So we better watch out for anything.
Tukwe tu ready, tukae rada.
I'm just having fun.
Interesting. Are they coming to an end like give us a quick one.
Wasi wa Europost tukaje.
Aje.
Jamani.
Najua nani mwingine anataka platform atupe moja.
OG.
But guys, I hope my viewers are excited to come and learn more about the Iconic Pod. I hope you guys are going to be joining us and are going to be engaging with us because the next person who we are having on set is none other than MC Pops himself, who is the person behind the Iconic Space. So watch out for that.
Reason where we are at the Iconic Space today, MC Pops himself. Karibu sana kwa Vibe Check and tell us why the name Iconic Space for this podcast.
First of all, my name is MC Pops. I'm a social geek. I love creating. I can say I'm a creative geek. multi-potential, and I do a lot of things at the same time. I have worked with a lot of artists, and I prefer working with people who've left a mark. So the iconic space is a space for only icons, people who've left a mark in the industry, and that's why we have athletes, we have dancers, we have actors, we have singers, but icons, because I don't want to deal with everyone is interviewing celebrities. So we're past that. Right now, we want to heal souls. We want to talk to people who've made a difference so that they can be able to heal other people who are going through things in life.
Did you go through a personal experience, or what drove you for you to feel like mental health is a very important
I went
topic?
to depression for 2 years when I lost my mom, and me coming out made me more thick-skinned than who I am today, and that's why I decided that I'm going to help people who are in the same space as me.
And we know you as an MC. How did you feel like, or what made you feel like podcast is something I really want to go into? How did that even come to mind? And do you feel like this is and why was it important for you to come into podcast too?
A podcast is a safe space for people to speak, where people are not judging you. So if you can be able to speak because you're not seeing them. Understand? So it makes you open up. It makes you say things you can't speak in front of people. And we thank the media, because social media has made it very easy for people to express themselves without being in front of people. So I can give you a message without being there and leave it for you to come and judge it for yourself. You understand?
Yeah.
So some heal people, some help people, some hurt people, some mislead people, but I choose to change my space. I choose to change my generation. I choose to fill my space with people who are making a difference in life.
True. That's very, very important. And personally, we work with persons with disabilities, and I don't know if you've interacted with persons with disabilities, and do you think mental health topics are very important, or in your space, how are you being inclusive to persons with disabilities?
Again, I run a modeling academy, one of the biggest in Kenya, and there's this one thing that people need to understand, that people who are disabled are just differently able. They can be there, the same people, understand? For example, I had an issue that I was trying to solve, that I had a blind model who had a boyfriend. So people thought the boyfriend was taking advantage of the blind lady. I'm like, oh my, this is just a lady, you understand? Yeah. The only difference is that she cannot see, but she's a woman. She needs to feel like a woman. She needs to be treated like a woman. So every time they walked, people thought that this guy is taking advantage of a blind lady. And that's not okay. And I think they should just give these people a chance, because they're differently abled and they're able to do things differently in different spaces.
And that is very, very important. You have mentioned something very, very good. The stereotyping that persons with disabilities get to experience out here. Sometimes we make comments and make jokes thinking they're funny, but in real sense, they are really bringing someone down in a very big way. On the pod, what do we expect to see? Who do we expect to meet? And what was your goal when you started this?
Expect to see icons, expect to see people being healed, expect to see different people getting advice from different people's different people's views, because my story can be able to heal 10, 15, 100 more people. I don't have to speak to them directly, but anytime they scroll and they see something different than the podcast that say about who you are, where you came from, that's not important. What's important is what you have been able to tackle and how you've been able to tackle it, so that someone else gets through the space and is able to actually go through.
Kabisa, and I know you are running around, this being the big day of MC Paps himself.
You see, I'm just trying to run away because I know people are waiting for me.
Yeah.
But
So
yes.
we're going to make this brief, but I'm sure on this day we have captured a lot which every of my viewer can learn. Just give them a final word, something which you know can be a very important takeaway for anyone who's out there watching this show.
Okay, for anyone who's at home, male, female, be you, you owe no one anything. The only thing that makes you stand out is you. So identify who you are, what you want to do, and how you want to do it. The rest is history. Everything will fall into place. It's not easy. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard. You're going to give up, but you are allowed to give up, but never quit. That's the only thing I can say.
Kabisa, Eddie, when is the show starting? When and where should
The
they
show's
watch
already
it?
started.
When
Tomorrow, 8 p.m. Tomorrow, 8 a.m. We're putting the first podcast live on air, and people will see.
Kabisa,
Big Ted.
let's get to see the views zikiflow hapo hivyo on social media. Thank you so much, and this is amazing. Talking of
you.
mental
Look
health, sifanyeni blush on air, but thank you
very
so
much.
much.
Kawapi, yeah. can let me sing this part. Ugali, 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 ulitoka wapi? Ulitoka wapi? Yeah. Nimekula sembe nasikia niko poa, kwa tumbo yangu nasikia niko poa, kwa roho yangu nasikia niko poa, mi niko poa, ni muko vipi? So just say niko poa, sawa sawa. When it comes to that part, nimekula sembe, you give me niko poa, alright? Nimekula sembe nasikia niko poa, kwa tumbo yangu nasikia niko poa, kwa roho yangu nasikia niko poa, mi niko poa, ni muko vipi? Nimekula sembe nasikia niko poa, tumbo yangu nasikia niko poa, roho yangu nasikia niko poa, mi niko poa, ni muko vipi? Nikifika home nicho kwanza miudu, na washa stove nasongeza tambi juu, imagine home nikikata vitunguu, ino ni song ya vitu mimi udu. Kwanza kabisa natoka magharibi, mimi nasima waga ni marafiki, kufinya finya imekuwa my hobby. Kwanza kitambo zile zama za utoi, sembe ni glucose, sembe ni piriton, sembe ni shalalala.
So guys, this is another episode of the Vibe Check. Tuko on the ground, tuko outside. Tumekuwa na msanii, tumekuwa kwa event ya Iconic. Tumekuwa na msanii hapa anafahamika kama Kynamics. Manze nimependa performance yako, ile track yako Bode imenibamba. So basically, hebu niambie about music journey yako, ulianza lini, umekuwa ukipiga nini na nini?
So music journey nimeanza for some time sasa hivi. Kwa kama 10 years kwa game. So around 2015 ndo nilianza music officially. Nikatoa my first song, but before hapo bado nilikuwa nafanya music. Naanza tu music nikiwa shule, unajua hizo.
Kweli.
Professionally nikasema nao nitaka niteke journey before 2015. Kaanza kujituma hizi open mics, nikaanza kulearn guitar. So yeah, haijakuwa rahisi pia na haijakuwa ngumu sana.
Kweli.
Tumekuwa hapa na pale tuna maneno so na give thanks.
Kweli.
Music imenipeleka base mingi sana. Hata ndio nimefika hapa.
Wallahi big shout out. Alafu nikuulize, what do you think of hii launch ya hii Iconic podcast? What do you think of it?
This is the best place like even for mtu kama mimi kama msanii. Hata nilikuwa nafikiri nimekuja tu kuperform maybe kitu kama hiyo, but nimelearn a lot sana.
Kweli.
Hizo mambo za mental health and everything. Vitu kina Big Tell wamebonga hapa imekuwa za maana sana.
Kweli.
Nimelearn sana kwa sababu pia mimi at a point in life nilifika hiyo point pia nilikuwa niko down, depressed nini. Pia unasukuma music again, music haiendi, unasukuma kazi.
Hayati drain kama umezima.
Zilikuwa zina drain. But sasa najua vile naweza cope nazo.
Kweli.
In case atisikia nikikuja tena in future. Vile naweza cope nazo.
Wow, that's good manze. I think pia event imekuwa one of me personally pia na feel nimekuwa encouraged like stories of mental health and stuff. Then tukimalizia Sense TV we champion for inclusivity, yani pia ku person living with disability. So unaweza kuuliza like in your music journey ushay maybe interact na a person with disability, ama maybe ushay perform with a place maybe kuna person with disability, ama ushay na gig labda ya person to living with disability?
Yeah, ni mara mingi sana cause actually my music, I do music like art with purpose.
Yeah.
So nimekuwa nimefanya kazi na watu wa mental health.
Yeah.
Na kwa watu wa mental health kuna watu ambao wako na disability.
Yeah, sure.
Get to work na wao in that sector. Also I've worked with people with disability in the climate area. Speaking of them, pia last week nilikuwa kwa shop nani Dandora.
Yeah.
Hii show ilikuwa ni mambo za chakula, they were advocating against GMOs and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the head of that organization alikuwa anaitwa Kevin. Kevin anaitwa Kevin Kimani. Namuita Kim. So Kim ni leader wa hiyo organization. Yeah, but it's a person living with disability.
Yeah.
But he's a leader. Na pia alimpatia food for thought. Alimwambia write more songs ya people living with disability.
Yeah.
Because watu ambao mmeita na shows and I'm really advocating for them. So yeah, nilikuwa nikiwa na sana.
Big shout out to you. Umesema anaitwa Kevin? Big shout out to Kevin Kimani. Alafu nikuulize hiyo disability yake ni which disability? Unajua kuna leg, kuna vision, kuna
vision.
So wako visually impaired.
So Kevin vision but alipenda sana. So shughuli ambayo nilipeleka huko ilikuwa ni somo yangu ya ugali. Ugali wanadili nazo za GMOs and everything. So mimi nikaenda huko nikamit na Kim. So Kim alisikia the melodies. So it's melody ikasta kwa nini. Ikasta kwa nini naona na but yeah. So mpaka sasa tuko marafiki. We talk through the phone. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to kazi
na yeye. Thank you very much Kenamix manze, thank you for coming for
Science TV all the time.
Isho yangu inaitwa Vibe, isho yetu inaitwa The Vibe Check.
The Vibe Check.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Sa big shout out.
Vibe Tribe, we're here at the iconic space, which I've told you is a lounge of a podcast. And now we're hanging out with none other than the owner of this amazing space. As you can see, the scenery is giving, the place is giving. This is a Japanese restaurant. Najua wengine wenu kama bila transponsor hapa hajafika mahali kama hii. It's the first time, but allow me to welcome the owner, none other than Koki. Karibu sana kwa podcast yetu na asante sana kwa kutukaribisha kwa space yako. So tell us more why this restaurant and tell us why this event. Na mbona umeaccept kuwa hosted in this space and nituuliza maswali mingi at the same time. Tuambie hizo kwanza.
Yeah. So mimi naitwa Koki. Nimetoka Japan. Niko na hoteli hapa. Sushi Ramen Bar. Niko na tatu. Here in Service Center and New Musaka Shopping Mall.
Nice.
So the other day, Paps told me, hey bro, nataka nini?
Something special.
Yeah, something special for opening ceremony.
Yeah.
So I say, why not? This is your place. This is your part of space. So just feel free and use it. Yeah.
And actually, it's very surprising to hear you speak Swahili so well. How long have you stayed in Kenya? And in Swahili, anybody content creator, where is it coming from?
Miaka 3 ama 4.
Only 3 years.
Fast learner huyo.
Shita.
Stayed in Kenya 6 years.
6 years.
Oh. So umekaa Kenya 6 years and you can speak Swahili vizuri.
Kidogo pole.
Pole. Ulikuja umefanya hivi na wa Kenya. Anyway, you came to Kenya, you saw a market for a Japanese restaurant. Where was there a gap? What made you start this kind of business? And I also see you're a very young man to be an entrepreneur to this level. Where did it all come from?
It's a long adventures, like adventurous journeys.
Yeah.
So I start from Rwanda, Kigali. That is the first country landed in Africa. I surprised for Africans people how they welcome and how is rich cultures, wise in histories, very unique lifestyle. So I wanted to know more about Africans people and culture. So how can we start with? I have to make businesses so that I can sustain my expenditures and life expenditures to continue life in Africa. So I came here 6 years ago, and I look for something I can do. So I saw the gap between authentic Japanese food experience and then in Kenya there's no such experience before. So I thought maybe I can start doing this fast and expanding to more bigger scale. So that is the ideas behind.
Interesting. And growing up, hiyo ndo career yenye ulikuwa unadhani utafanya ama what did you have in mind ukisema mimi kwa mtu mkubwa nafanya kazi fulani na fulani na fulani na is it matching the dream and the reality? Are they matching ama?
Yeah, it's matching. Like it came to matching. Like I have big dream. which I want to make biggest country in the company in the world, like in terms of sales, in terms of number of employee. Because what I saw in Africa, there's also problem, social problem, which is employment. There's no such a stable life for the young people. And even graduated person. So I wanted to create such a platform where they can work and learn and improve at the same time. So we are trying to create such job opportunities, not just paying for specific salary, it's also giving them some experience and together with some knowledge and confidence. So we want to try to tackle such a social problem. So it's more like a social entrepreneur. It's not a business like. Yeah. We are looking at support for communities and using business because that is the most sustainable and long-term relationship between communities.
Yeah. That's nice. Now we all know si kila siku inakuanga too smooth. So what motivates you when it gets tough at some point?
Of course, there's a challenge. I think myself it's a positive mindset. So any challenge, if I face it, I take it, this is a lesson. I don't take it as a negative something. I take it a positive way so that every fail, every mistake gives me some lesson and always I can improve from there. So I'm so much welcome any kind of problems, any kind of challenges, because make me strong, make me more stable.
Okay, just a quick one. Which Kenyan food do you find interesting?
Napenda brown ugali na samaki.
Ugali na samaki?
Fish. Anapenda fish.
Brown, not white.
Sticky, healthy, sticky.
And what is your favorite meal to serve in this restaurant?
This one?
Yeah.
It's popular, chicken katsu, tonkatsu, which is deep fried chicken, deep fried pork. And of course sushi. Sushi is a raw fish. And which is samaki. Together with vegetarian burger. And also ramen, hot soup noodle, which is very popular. Now I think it's trending, starts trending. Also this Japanese tea, matcha, it's very popular because it's healthy, tasty.
Because let me tell you on socials, everyone
we're going out, it's matcha. It's not like, what is this matcha that you're, hey.
We also need to try that.
Actually, across the world.
Yeah, that is so interesting. And meeting such a young entrepreneur, and this is just showing us that the level friendships can take us, because it's through you knowing MC Paps that you're able to even give him such a space for him to have an event, and that is so amazing. But tell us, content creation, where did that come from? How did you even feel like, okay, from now I want to join content creation, and how did it feel Kenyans embracing your content?
I'm so grateful each and every moment. I started from COVID time because the business was going down and I had extra time. So I was trying to thinking about what can I do. And luckily I have experience for dancing, like more than 12 years dancing. Each in different styles, like break dance, pop dance, and rock dance. So I just search TikTok and look for some, Kenyan dance. Maybe I can try this, and I did it. So after several times I posted, now one went through, and it goes viral. And now I started interesting. Maybe I can try more and more and more. So the more I post, the more get view and the more get a reaction by Swahili. I'm interested in the culture of Swahili and people, what are they thinking. At some point, famous comedian Mrama visited my restaurant, and he just gave me ideas. Why don't we create some comedy things? I say, I'm not a comedian. Like, yeah, you can do it. You just try. And we made it, and he posted immediately. My Instagram number of followers. It's like in a day we get like 10,000 or more.
What?
The followers. So I came to realize, oh, this person is very popular.
Influential, actually.
Yeah, so that is a great experience moment to make me more popular in Kenya.
Interesting. And us being a vibe check, we also focus on persons with disabilities. And I really want to ask you, interact with any person with disability in any space? And you have said you have different restaurants and different spaces. Do you think you can be open to even offering employment and opportunities to persons with disabilities out there?
Yeah. Actually, we have a project right now working on like 2 years with disability community. The mother of disability make a Japanese style of donuts. We already taught them, so they can make it, and they are going to deliver to us at 3 branch. Every weekend, we sell their donuts, which they made by disability mother, and the sales 100% we giving back to the communities.
True.
So it's been working for 2 years, and they are very happy because it's not only money getting from. It's also they get the confidence. Also they get the opportunity. The mother gathering and talk while they are making donuts. So we are giving some positive impact and positive moment, because their life is very tough.
True.
And so many critics or what
person with disability.
They from the communities. They are isolated, and then the husband ran away. Even so many things, so they are facing, and they become negative. They want to stay home because they don't want to go out. So that's such kind of feeling. But if there's a project they have to work on, they automatically gathering, and they have a time to talk about their challenges, and most of the time they understand each other because they're facing similar challenges.
True.
So I think this kind of project I wanted to expand more and more. It's not just support, it's make business sense so that we can continue, because we can't just give. There has to be business, and there has to be automatically works learning. So we are currently working on that project.
That is very, very amazing. And if I may ask, what disability is the lady? What disability does she have?
It's a different type of disability. It's the Garden of Siloam is located in Rimuru town. So the facility manager is a Japanese doctor. Name is Dr. Kumon. And they have 70 disability kids. And different type, like some are the brain, some are hands, some are legs, some are physically, disability. So it's different type of disabilities. They do medical support, they do education, they do training, and they do also kind of job training as well. So they have so many activities going on.
That is very, very amazing, and I'm touched to hear that. I'm really hoping that we can even exchange contact after this to make sure the next time you're having any project, we as the Vibe Check can actually be part of your group. We just come, volunteer, because and also we can also come with other persons with disabilities to be an encouragement to them, because they
so
may
there's so many, but
because
most of them are the number with disability. I don't think there is specific the data, because most of disability is hiding in the house.
True.
They can't move around, they can't go out by myself. So I think so many disability people are in Kenya, and then there's no such a support from government.
True.
So we need to create such as the system which can support them by the people.
And also I'm sure maybe you have not interacted. This month is Deaf Awareness Month. So this month we have Deaf Awareness Month. For the deaf. So if there's any events, I'm sure we'll also be hitting you up to make sure you can also interact with other communities, and that is very amazing to hear the job that you do.
Just before we finish, where do you see yourself maybe in like 5 years to come? And then I would love to ask you, why did you choose to invest in Kenya and not even another country?
Kenya is, I think, future potential country
Yeah, sure.
in terms of economy size and also politically stable. Maybe it's not stable, but
But
others.
yeah,
Because I've
a
been
little bit.
Nigeria before.
Yeah.
I can't talk about it.
Wow, we have to be proud.
So Kenya is, I think, in Africa, very ahead, leading country, and then this is a hub for Africans, any other African countries. Now, so many Japanese companies and even government is looking at Kenya as a destinations for the investment. So I feel like I made the right decision 6 years ago, and now I have so many demand from the request from the Japanese company and the local company.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I want to make kind of collaboration and create some more like impact, positive impact to the societies and countries. Yeah.
Amazing, guys. We have been hanging out with none other than Cookie, and you can see we are at the Sushi Ramen Bar. This is a Japanese restaurant, so any of you who mnaendanga hapo TikTok mnapatana na the drink, umesema inaitwa matcha.
Matcha,
please.
Japanese tea powder.
Yeah, so please, usikuwe mshamba, just come here and you're going to have an experience too. Next time when people are talking about it, you're not hanging. Thank you so much for making time. And we also will be having it here on set. Tutakwambia if it was good ama, but I'm sure it's going to be good. You're hype iko na your social media. And if you've never tried sushi, please come a middle class sponsor. Njoo utoe ushamba.
I'm going to sponsor them today.
Akuja ajaribu.
Yeah, thank you so much, and I look forward to hanging out with you here at the Iconic Space. Thank you so much for making time.
Thank you.
Hi.
Mkono juu iishe zi. Unaweza kuwa event organizer, unaweza kuwa event planner, unaweza kuwa strategist kama mimi, unaweza kuwa marketer. So you must always think ahead of everything. For me, that's what has worked for me, and that's what I'm holding on to. And you must also learn how to learn. So what we say is unlearn, learn, and relearn. Unlearn the things that you think you know. Unajua problem ya kila mtu ni ujuaji. Haujui lakini umeng'ang'ana na hiyo kitu hujui. Okay, so you must unlearn. I must unlearn all these things I thought I knew about shows and everything. And then I must learn again. And then some things I have to relearn again. And that's something I do everything. And also I read. The kind of knowledge I have in my head, niko na knowledge zingine nikikwambia utaanza kuuliza, sasa hiyo ulijua wapi? Why? Because I like to understand what's happening. Mimi ni mtu wa mtaani. Once in a while mwenda mtaa, ndijue tu mtaa nini ina happen. So nikikama huku hivi kwa mapunk, wanashangaa mazi, hiyo ulijuaje? Because I sink myself deep into knowledge. One of the biggest problems I have with the generation that we have is guys don't learn. So hata nikiuliza mtu leo Prezi amepatiana doa, amesema nini ifanyike juu ya ball, msee ajui. Na utaget the worst thing, labda we'll say ni footballer. So we must learn so that we grow our potential. I think I have 50 more years kwa hii industry. Na hiyo 50 more ambiaga watu kila saa. Unless watu wajipange, sisi ndio tutawapanga bado for the next 50. Because we're ahead of you. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for those responses, Samira and Ambassador. I have a question because as young people and trying to identify ourselves, there are things called values. And when you're getting into this space, we have seen people who have gotten into the space and you could tell they have certain values, and over time, as either they're making more money or they're getting more famous, then they lose hold of their values and therefore losing hold of their identity, and then it's a downward spiral from there. So I would like to get your perspective on how he's asking who got values. To get your perspective from Big Ted on how you've held on to your values this far. And whether you've wavered there in the middle, and also if your values have evolved as well. And then we'll hear from Samira as well. Thanks.
All right. Let's talk about values. Number one, first thing I hold on to. If you ever knew me when I was young until now, the first thing is I never compromise about my love and my faith with God. That one I don't care. Whether we are drinking in a club, I will still tell you about Jesus Christ, the Son of God, and how he saved my life. Why? Because it's the only thing I can relate to. You see, other guys have maybe rich uncles, rich dads, rich parents, maybe I don't know who. But for me and some of us who have come from zero, our option A is God, option B is God, option C is God, and option D is God. So to be honest, I don't have anything else I can bring to the table. I tell you, hey, uncle yangu, mi hata uncle yangu ndaka nimsaidie. Sasa nitakutambiaje juu uncle yangu. Unaona? So that's the first thing. And then number two, after 28 years, I've worked hard for my name. There's nothing I can give up to mess up my name. Hakuna kitu sijaona. So yes, I will indulge like all of you. I will be deep in the indulgement. But one of the things I'll never forget is one, where I'm coming from, and two, where I'm going to. Hata mimi niko na dreams. I have dreams and have very serious ambitions. There are things I want, I still want. And I know if I mess up my name, then I will not be able to get there. Number three is friends, the people you keep. We always say you are as good as the crowd of people you keep. If you walk with 4 thieves, then you're the 5th thief. There is nothing like huyo ni beste yangu waga dingo lakini mimi si dingo. Basi nakawe basi wende waga unaficha hizo vitu au itwagaje mtaani kibente ama ikilio shenge kitambo. Yeah. You can become you're probably the guy who hides the stuff that the guys steal, you know. And then number 5 is purpose. You must have a purpose, guys. You must have a dream that you wake up every day in the morning and you're like, you know what? I must make it. I must make it. I must make it. With all due respect, mi pali naishi sahi si mbali sana na hapa. Neza walk home to be honest. Lakini si ati siwezi ishi mtaani. Tuna keja mtaani, iko imerentiwa, naweza enda kuishi huko. Lakini problem yangu ni hata kwa gym, mkienda mtu patiwa chuma nzito unaambiwa piga hiyo chuma. Unauliza kwa nini, unaambiwa hiyo chuma ndio ina grow muscle. So the more you limit yourself is the more your muscles grow smaller. All right? So I put myself in situations whereby I'm able to grow, and then I roll with people who have money. Let me tell you something. Like my friend Master P there, he has a lot of money. To be honest, he has money. But let me tell you, when you walk with people who are wealthy, the conversation is different. You move from guys of wait, tutafanya, to let's meet tomorrow, let's find a solution. Or I will show you how to do this. And up there, it's about collaboration, not competition. Up there, people are asking, tunaweza fanyaje biz pamoja? But uje huku chini ni kunyang'anyana biz, kunyang'anya, kuongea juu ya mtu mwingine. You go and sit with these guys and the conversation is never about luck. So ukikaa hapo watu wanaongea juu ya vile wanataka kufanya kitu, pia una get morale. Unasema unajua nini? Pia mimi naweza kufanya hiki kitu. Ukijaribu unaweza. So you end up getting to a very, very, very high place. And as I finish, the partner that you choose to have also is very important. You need to have a partner who inspires you. Somebody who ukimwangalia unaona we can do better. Simba ya kuwa na demo mtaani. But some of those mtaani chicks ndio wamefanya wase wengi huku wakamake huku hivi Karen. Uje kwa nini? Anakuambia buda jitume. Hakuna kitu kama hiyo, jitume. Kama una dem anaweza kuwatch ukistruggle na bado yuko tu, we mtiezi. Na dem kama uko na mse analalanga the whole day, hana ambition. Kazi yake ni kwenda tu kwa base kukaa, kupiga story na watu, we muache. Do you know why? Because God waga amepata na watu, hata ukienda kulima, hizi mang'ombe, awe kamoja kubwa na moja ndogo. So hii kubwa ndogo inavuta hiyo kitu. mkienda. So lazima utafute watu ambao wana kuinspire. Mtu kikaa naye unaona mazee, no, I want this kind of life. Alright? Sisi tulianza na kwenda Wadhi Gikosh kubaya manguo, shati ya white, trawe ya grey, na viatu tulikuwa tunaomba na viatu mtaani. Unaona? Ndio uende out. Aspiration. Alafu within no time umebuy shati yako, umebuy viatu zako, sasa wewe ndio unapeana. Within no time umehama, within no time umebuy kitu. So unaenda ukiendelea. But it's about ambition. You cannot just be all about beauty. Let me tell you guys, beauty fades. And for the men become old. And that's why we tell guys, don't trust all old people. Because even fools grow old. Samiro, na wewe?
Hiyo ndo napenda siku hizi. Sababu nimepatana na watu wazee ambao anyway,
najua mmoja.
Anyway, as I was dealing with culture shock, on the way I met up with this guy. Sasa mimi ni kijana wa mtaa. Unaona? Kuna vitu huwezi sema tu. He's a friend to one of my cousins. Ameishi poa. Jamaa amejituma kwa na pesa yake sahi. They said something after that night. After hiyo sherehe yote. Tomorrow we meet here, same place, same time, same thing. Sasa acha niwaambie katikati ya hii story yote. Sasa walikuwa wametumia do. Amesema ni rich man, wacha tumteremkie. Walikuwa wametumia kama tuseme 200,000 ama 150. Kitu haisemi hapo same place, same time, ni same bill. Unanielewa? Same bill ya 200,000 kesho. Na hii ni mazoea, unakumbuka numero? Si tulipatana na wewe numero mara ya kwanza. Hiyo kitu ilinisumbua sana. Narudi home na nikijambia wase kesho bado watatumia so miti. Unajua mimi nikienda na 10,000 pale mtaani, wajua naweza pita na BBMCA. Unajua hivyo kweli? Pale mimi sasa ndio kusema. Sababu muulize nyumba ya Kanjo ni pesa ngapi, one bedroom? Very affordable, 2,400 boy. Hiyo naweza lipa hivi mwaka moja. Unaona? But then mimi ili ni stretch kidogo ambition yangu. Sitaki kidogo nishtue. Unaona? Nataka nikifika mahali msaki tu 100 hizi ni baya.
Mavab tribe people, I told you today we are only hanging out with the icon people in this high icon space, and my guest now is a one person. If you don't know, guys, what are you doing on this social media space? Please introduce yourself to make sure my viewers get to know who you are and what you do.
Sorry. Hi, I'm Stacy, or better yet known as Pendo, and I am here on
the vibe check.
Vibe check. So my vibe is
checked.
You know?
To me approve.
Hi, nice word. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. What do you do? And if there's someone maybe who's watching and they don't know what you do in the industry, maybe introduce for them to get to know what you do.
As I said before, my name is Pendo. I am formerly a cast from Nairobi Diaries. If you guys have watched it, I believe so. And now I'm a mental health advocate. I'm also a UGC creator. I'm a digital content creator as well. And I'm a writer.
Important. You've mentioned something to do with mental health, and that's why we're here on the space of Iconic Space, where we're talking of mental health. Why is it important for you to be here, and how do you know MC Paps? Why is mental health as a topic very important for us to have those discussions?
Before we go so far, since you asked about MC Paps, we'll start from there. We'll start from there, considering he's the brain behind all of this. I knew MC Paps long, it's been years, since Talanta Mtaani. I being one of the judges, a long time. So we've been keeping in touch, and I saw he is into mental health right now, and so am I. And I thought it was the best idea for me to be part of this. And yeah, it's fulfilling. You know, everyone wants to do what they love, and everyone wants to be free at the workspace and all of that. So yeah, that's why I'm here.
Interesting. And you being a reality TV star, back in the day. Let's start with whatever we were seeing on screen. Was it reality TV or was it a bit scripted TV?
It was reality TV struck a bit scripted, I might say, because if I look at things, that's not the same person I am right now. So I was probably forced to portray a certain image that, was selling then. And now things are different. So people grow and things evolve.
So the beefs and everything that you were saying, were they real, and did they take a toll on your mental health?
Of course.
Have you healed from everything that was happening back in the day if they did take a toll on your mental health?
Yes, they were scripted. Some of them were not scripted, as I said. And yes, they took a toll on my mental health. And yes, I've healed. Thank God. I've healed because it's been such a long journey and a confusing one as well. But we are getting there.
Will you advise someone to actually get into it, or should they be aware before they even get to any space like reality TV?
I think at this point, both of them actually work. I might say get into it, because I got into it without knowing what I was getting myself into. And then there's also the part where you should get yourself into something you know. So both of them work. It's all in the head. Yeah.
And now the new Pendo that you get to see right now, what are the projects which you're working on? What should we look forward to see from you?
More intelligence, more literacy, more soft glam, more softness. I'd like to tell people that you can still achieve being soft. You don't have to, towards it, but yeah, it's just about soft balance.
Any regret that you may say that there's something that happened maybe in my life that took a toll on me, and this is something I'll never ever want to go to, which you might sometimes say it wasn't a regret, it was a lesson, but anything that you'll caption as a regret for you?
Let's crush the word regret again. No regrets over here, but it's more of lessons. So many lessons that I've learned along the way, and I'm glad that I am self-aware enough to know this is wrong, this is not, and this is what I should do next time. And yeah, it helps.
Please give our viewers, especially at Science TV, we get to work with persons with disabilities who are exploring different opportunities, and sometimes it's a bit harder for them, especially the world out here is not really receptive, and they have a bit taken. They're not really ready to open persons with disability with open arm. What can you give them as an advice, especially with the journey which you've had, the growth which you've experienced? What advice can you give someone out there? Because someone might feel like I'm not enough to pursue something. What advice can you give up to my viewers?
What I'd like to tell the people is that it's all in the head. Whatever you're thinking, whatever you think is uncontrollable, it can only be controlled through your head. It's all in the mind, it's all in the you. So it's up to you. Don't fear to go for it, because there are the do's and the don'ts, there's the disadvantages and advantages, they are there. So just be open to it. Don't be too hard on yourself, because it's life. See, it's silly life. Yeah, it is what it is.
Hatuna script. We're going as we're going.
Hakuna manual. You just flow. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for making time. It was so nice to meet you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you more on social media. And the fact that you've talked of mental health, I look forward to. Will you be in one of the episodes?
Yeah.
So let's look forward for that, guys. I'm really excited.
Yes, thank you for having me, and you guys stay blessed.
Yeah.
Appa, take care of your brains.
Please.
Ciao.
Vibe Tribe, we're hanging out with an iconic person here at the Iconic Pod. Please introduce yourself to make sure my viewers get to know who you are. If they don't, hey, unaniangusha kama hujui.
Hi, my name is Laventa Luvando Mchavi. I'm an athlete, I'm a mom, I'm a Christian, and I'm all that.
Did your parents know you're going to be famous because that name?
I think, my mom switched my name up because my name is supposed to be Lavender, which means a purple plant flower. But I think she was like, Laventa, and I think she shamad. But I think it's for the better. So I love enter. So I think I attract positivity and love.
Kabisa. Thank you so much. And me meeting you here at the Iconic Space, Why are you here? Why was it important for you to make time to be in this space today?
It's very important for me to be here today because it is a reflection of the impact that the iconic people and the influential people have on the normal, on us Kenyans, on us human beings. You know, people go through a lot of stuff every day. Like, life is a journey. There are ups, there are downs. So this ability to be able to have people that have gone through that have an influence, speak about them, and show you that you're not alone. Whatever you're going through, I've also gone through. It's actually an amazing space. And with the current situation that we have in the world, there's so many things. Life is moving fast, and mental health is a very big issue. So just having people that remind us every day that it's okay to feel you're not alone. It's okay to feel depressed, but you need to pick up yourself up and continue moving forward. So I think that is the most important thing that has made me not miss being here today.
And tell us, in your space as an athlete, do you think that mental health is something that needs to be talked about in that specific space, or in that space to call Raha, inshallah?
You know, actually, in the athletic space, there is a lot of mental health issues. We've had athletes committing suicide. We've had athletes going into depression. We've had athletes going through violence, and all of that has related to very many mental issues. Apart from that, being an athlete, it means that you subject your body to physical pressure every day, and you're always struggling and striving to be the best that you can be, to represent the world, to make your country proud. And in the process of doing that, most of the time, you might find yourself getting injured. And then when that injury comes, it's a very big setback because it means you're losing money, you're losing time, you're losing money, and you're losing out on the dream that you have. And injuries take a longer time, sometimes a longer time to heal back. So sometimes you find that maybe people don't have a fallback plan because sports people are all in sports. Like when you're doing your job, you're 100% committed to it. So most of the time, we don't have a fallback plan. So when that happens, then you find yourself completely shattered. So in our space, mental health is a very big issue, and I'm glad that we have forums that are now trying to address the issues. Yeah.
And that is very important. And also talking of mental health and the aspect, when you talk of finances, I'm sure finances cause a very big mental health, or finances and mental health. These are two topics which go hand in hand in a very big way. And soon this year we have Deaflympics, which are coming, and definitely we're going to be having athletes who are going to be going there to represent the country. They're going to earn something, and maybe it has been hard, and maybe now they're going to get a reward. What advice can you give to them in terms of now you're going to get a reward? What advice can you give to them in terms of maintaining their finances to make sure the deaf people who are going to be representing the country can represent us well, and make sure they are not affected by mental health issues when they come back and now the finances are lost?
The most important thing is financial literacy. As much as you have a talent, I think talent and education need to go hand in hand. You need to be educated, but apart from being educated, you also need to be educated financially. Because when you get a financial advisor, you'll be able to be guided on where to put your money, which assets that will give you a return, and how to invest your money. So when you do that, it's easy for you to come back, put your money where it can generate interest while you're still busy with your season. And when your season is done, then you can settle down and do an investment that requires you when you're physically available. So I would advise them to go do your best, but as you do that, please be financially literate. It is very important.
Should we look forward to have you on the Iconic Space podcast? Will you be a guest, or wewe umetokea tu leo? Okay, sha.
I think the best answer is, guys, watch all the 15 episodes.
Ooh, she knows the number. She knows the number. That's
maybe a minute. I don't know.
Yeah, Kabisa. And what do you want to share to the viewers about this sport? Anything that we should look out for? Anything that you should go and search there on social media?
Yeah. So we have brand that is called Trakfadi. Trakfadi is a sports brand that has a vision of becoming a shoe company one day that will support African-based athletes. So right now we have merchandise, we have t-shirts, we have hoodies and sweatpants, but mostly we are doing t-shirts that are only limited editions. So far last year we did 200 pieces with they are specifically designed by our own very own designer called Ian Mashaka Mkuvi.
Big shout out.
Shout out to you. He's doing a very amazing job. So it's very well thought of. They are autographed t-shirts from our very own icon, Ferdinand Omanyala. So last year we did 200 t-shirts. They are completely sold out. This year we've done 200 t-shirts. They are almost sold out. So you can check them. You can check them out at our Instagram page, Trakfadi, and then you can order there and be among the 200 people that will only have the limited editions. Because once that edition is done, it's done. Then we wait for next year to roll out a new edition. But the proceeds we get from selling the t-shirts, we have an academy that supports sprinters. So it's called Sprint Achievers. So part of what we get goes to supporting upcoming athletes so that we can be able to provide few training facilities for them.
That is very wonderful. I hope you're going to be among the people getting this merchandise, because whatever you said is very, very amazing, and the effort and the work which you're putting in needs to be rewarded. So I hope that my viewers and everyone watching, you Vibe Tribe people, let's get to make sure we support any new project that is coming up or anything that we need to look forward for.
You can follow us on the Omanyala Foundation pages on Instagram, Twitter. We have an upcoming event in October. We have our tennis stands. We always do an event for the kids to give back. So we have that and many more that are coming up. So stay tuned. You can follow us on our socials and you'll be updated.
Kabisa. Thank you so much, and thank you for making time.
Thank you so much for hosting us. Bye.
So Jambi, welcome to our show Vibe Check.
Thank you.
I would love to ask you about the event, the Iconic. What do you think of it? Alafu, the name and everything about maybe mental health. Alafu, do you think men are taken seriously when it comes to matters of mental health?
I don't think men are taken seriously when it comes to mental health. Kitu ya kwanza, unakuwaga na tabia zile za nikisema nitasemwa. Ukiambia demu yako napitia kitu siku moja kikasirika, atakwambia ndio maana unakuwaga unanga akili.
Walai.
Yeah, so men are not taken seriously.
Yeah.
And
what do you think of the whole event, the Iconic space?
I feel like this is such a bold step. And by the way, Makofi, flowers to Paps for this, kwa sababu ni kitu sisi wote in the entertainment industry we hoped and we wished to have, and I'm glad we have a very safe space where we can talk about mental health, we can talk about depression and everything. Kila kitu. Yes.
So what are your future plans in the industry? What are you planning for us in the future?
For me, other than being an actress, nilijua kuandika script. So naandika script writer. So mwandike hapo chini, she's also a script writer.
She's also a script writer. Kweli, no have aspects. Wajue.
Niko serious.
Kweli.
But I want to take a different path. Apart from being an actress, a script writer or a film.
Filming,
filmmaker.
Yeah.
I want to do something different. I want to start an initiative. Wasichana. I want to use arts, the knowledge, the publicity. Imechangwa aje meza yenye niliandaliwa pia.
Your influence.
Nataka pia mimi nitumie hiyo meza niliandaliwa pia kuandalia wasichana wengine wadogo kama mimi, so that they can learn about art, they can learn about directing, camera, sound, everything about film. So that is the path I want to take.
That's your path on track.
I want to give back to the community because hata mimi nilipewa.
Walai, that's so commendable of you.
hii ocean ni kubwa sana. Tuwezi tosha sisi wote. Sisi tosha peke yangu.
Kweli hizi tosha peke yako.
You have to swim all of us. Yeah.
Alafu nikuulize, like in your career, usha interact with person living with disability, maybe visual, maybe ushapatana na yani
watu wenye wako mentally unstable.
No, not even mentally, maybe mtu yani you know people living with disability, maybe mtu ana maybe aoni, maybe mtu
in our day to day life, yeah.
Like in your career maybe.
In my career not yet, but Inje, of course.
Ushai work na mmoja?
Sijai work na mmoja, but mimi nikiwa primary school. Kitambo, mimi ni mzee, tulikuwa tunafundishwa sign language. So I know a bit of sign language. I know how to say A, B, C, D, E. I can sign.
Wow.
I know how to say loser. I love you.
Do you know how to say bad? This is bad.
This is bad. I know how to say this is your man, husband, father, something.
I can see you are good in sign language.
Because nilikuwa nafanya St. John na St. John lazima
ujue sign language. Champi, thank you for coming through.
Thank you for having me.
My name is Don the Don. Pia mtano anaitanga Nairobi is middle class sponsor.
Okay. Hiyo ni mpya.
What do you think of that? By the inamaanisha a guy mwenye anategemea salary kuput up some few babes. What do you think of that?
Okay, that's very creative. I like that.
You like that?
Itasema I met Nairobi middle class sponsor.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Ndio, thank you for coming through.
Thank you for having me. Thank you inapagaje. Thank you. Inapaga thank you. Yes. Love you. Time out. Peace.
My Vibe Tribe Committee, it has been an amazing night here at the launch of the Iconic Space podcast, which will be airing from on all our social media platforms. Tafadhali in any YouTube, you can get to watch the show. My guys, how are you feeling? How has it been? How is the experience been being at this space today?
It has been a great day. Nimeenjoy, nimejibamba, nikaonja inaitwa matcha, sushi. Oji na ilikuwa first time yake kuonja vitu kama hizo, you know. Nazionanga tu kwa Instagram akiscroll anasema guy hii yote nitawahi afford, lakini leo amepiga kazi enjoy, you know. It has been a nice experience. So usikose ku experience kama sisi. Make sure umefika huko Karen Hub uenjoy vile tumeenjoy.
Yeah, sure manze, nimeenjoy. Sasa nikisha kuwa rich sponsor, nikishatoka middle class. So to all the babes wenye wamekuwa kituma DM, wenye sasa watatuma hii mwezi tuki advance. Manze hapa lazima niwalete. Unaona venye kuna kafiti. Manze kumekuwa fiti sana, ndio?
Hiyo mshande itaweza kweli?
Maybe not the same question, but it has been a very, very amazing night. We've gotten to learn a lot. We have gotten to interact with the most amazing people. I'm sure you guys have seen all that on the whole podcast. So guys, mimi sitaki kuongea mingi. I think leo imetosha. And the lessons they've learned have been very important. And don't forget, mental health is very, very important. So let's give our social media platforms and give a shout out to everyone who has joined us today.
Kama kawaida mimi najua mtanipata kama Nduko 254 on all social media platforms. Mwendo kwa mnifollow, mkitaka kunileta Karen Hub, usikue kama OG. Mr. Kilo, yusuna mnajua nataka mtu kama uko na kanji we hit up uko Instagram, Facebook, anywhere, all social media platforms. Nduko 254. I'm very ready for your follows. I will follow back. Na kama umekuwa iconic najua umejibamba. Till next time, tubanjuke kama leo.
Yeah manze, and of course man like Don the Don, Nairobi's middle class sponsor. Siku zote nasemaga Instagram ndio my favorite social app. Utanipata pale kama 254_Don. Alafu kwa Facebook ni Don the Don, kwa TikTok ni Don KE, X pale utanipata kama 254_Don. Manze imekuwa amazing sana. To all the stories wenye mmekuwa mkinivumilia. Once I make it, huku mta enjoy hapa. Yeah.
Mimi nataka kushukuru each and every person who has made time to come and join us here at the Vibe Check Pod. I want to give a big shout out to Samiro. I want to give a big shout out to Koki, who he is the person who owns the Sushi Ramen Bar. So tafadhali, if you're bored somewhere or if you're looking for a spot for you to have your next date, this is the place to be. Go try out new things. Modokoi, Githeri, which is a middle class sponsor, wachaneni nazo. And I really want to give a big shout out to the man of the night, who is none other than MC Paps. The podcast which is starting, I'm sure you are, the Vibe Tribe committee are going to be going there to watch and have a good time. But it has been an amazing time. My name is Candy K, Simply K, or you can call me KK. And this has been our episode 4 of the Vibe Check.